Yeah, a day of first half century for the national side, so pretty happy with that, but also disappointed in the same breath, not having gone on to make use of that opportunity. And the first time that I've been out twice in the same day, so it's been a tough day, very disappointing for the side. And yeah, it's nothing much more than that.
How was the batting towards our
Sorry.
because it looked like India did produce a few moments of edge with some amazing deliveries. But in terms of the conditions out there, did they warrant to be bowled out in the first innings and then obviously to find yourself getting back quite a bit today?
Not at all. To have almost been bowled out twice in, let's call it a day, just less than 2 days of batting, that's pretty poor from our side. It's been tough. I think we've struggled to build partnerships, even under the times where there was pressure from the bowlers. We've been quite relentless and disciplined. So from our side with the bat, I think we've struggled in terms of in our defences, and they've bowled pretty attacking lines, and I think that's been the key for them. And I just think we haven't been good enough to keep those good balls out.
How difficult it is to read arm ball of Ravindra Jadeja?
It's he's been pretty relentless, and he's a good bowler. And I told myself before that, just stick to the game plan, and once you go back to a ball like that and look to play a bit more squarer than usual, you're going to find yourself wanting majority of the time. So for me, a lesson there in having thought of what I needed to do but not 100% committing to it, and I think that's a lesson I can take forward.
Hamza, the way the Indian fast bowlers bowled not only this match but throughout the series, and the pitches were not bring up far from that. Do you think Indian fast bowling intimidated South African batting?
I wouldn't say intimidated. I think they've bowled pretty good lengths and lines, and they've been pretty disciplined. And all credit to them. They've beaten us in terms of bowlers versus batters, you could say. Not for 1 second did we underestimate the Indian seamers. And I just think that we haven't been good enough in terms of our defensive work against them. So. If I could just lightly think about that one, I would say that with the new ball, they just forced us to play at more balls. They bowled, as I said earlier, attacking lines. They didn't allow us to leave the ball many times, and by asking us to play at majority of the balls, not given the fact that they've got good skill as well, obviously we're going to have to be on top of our game in defence to keep those good balls out, and we haven't done that.
Before the series, you must have done a lot of work preparing to play a lot of spin. Was there similar work that went in to face India's big pivot?
I would say based on just the general thought of playing in India, you'd assume that it would be tougher to play against the spinners. In saying that, we knew you'd obviously first have to get through the quick bowlers that they've got, who are extremely disciplined and professional about the way they go about doing their job. So I wouldn't say we underprepared against the seamers. I would just say that maybe we should have prepared more mentally in terms of playing them in whatever conditions that we were faced with.
Last year?
Hamza, given the fact that you had a fantastic series here last year, were you disappointed not to be picked for the first test?
Yeah, you always want to play, but I knew where I stood as a player in terms of the setup, and for me to be honest with myself and realistic, I feel like that's the only way I can progress as soon as possible. So I kind of had a feeling that I was going to sit out the first one. Kind of looking at the game, roaring to go for the second one. Slightly disappointed, but that's only natural. Unfortunately enough, got an opportunity in this game. It's been a good experience. I've been here for close to 7 weeks now with the A side and the national side, with 5 weeks in between 2 games that I've played so far. So, yeah.
Last question.
As a young team, one in transition, what kind of lessons mentally, in the mental aspect of the game, do you take from a series where performance has been somewhere between ordinary and underwhelming for most of the time?
I think as far as experience goes, it's good. There's always lessons to be learned. I tend to look at the bright side in most circumstances and scenarios. Albeit it's been a tough tour, performance-wise, results-wise, but there has to be a way that you can take some sort of learnings out of it and build confidence going forward instead of just dwell on the negatives from the past series.
Word on Dean.
Dean was assessed a little bit earlier, and he's been sat out as a precaution, according to the ICC regulations when it comes to the concussion protocol. So that's why Thomas has batted on his behalf.
You are not, as of now, he's staying with the team. He's not being taken to a hospital for precautionary checkup.
He's still with the team. He's still in the change room.
Thank you.
Cool. Thanks very much.
I'll give you an update